The NFC North, John Breach, the Lions have the very high draft pick, number 2 overall. They have a quarterback in Jared Goff, who they will be using in 2022 because of his contract. But any big move? What move do the Lions need to make this offseason?
Yeah, this is going to sound kind of crazy. It's going to sound like Matt Millen's their general manager again, but I think they need to add a wide receiver. Just keep adding the wide receivers. You know what? We saw Amon-Ra St. Brown. Hey, he had a huge year in Detroit, and there was no one else taking those targets away. So this is one guy, basically, Jared Goff is throwing to him on every play. And so if you bring in a second receiver, just anybody else who can take some pressure off St. Brown, I think that would help out their offense a lot. So you bring in someone like Mike Williams from the Chargers. He was a huge weapon. Justin Herbert loved him in that offense last season. Give him to Jared Goff, and now you have 2 really good receivers in the offense. And I think in 2021, the Lions' offense was a lot better than many people thought it would be. You give Jared Goff another target, and I think it would be even better in 2022.
Elsewhere in the division, the Green Bay Packers have a Aaron Rodgers situation that we think will be resolved fairly soon. What move do they need to make this offseason, Ryan Wilson?
Well, first things first, they need to make sure Aaron Rodgers is coming back. He was didn't reveal any secrets the other day on Pat McAfee's show in terms of his future. You need him to come back. Jordan Love is obviously there, but I would imagine he's not going to pick up right where Aaron Rodgers left off. So what do you do if Aaron Rodgers does he decides to come back? For the first time since 2002, you draft a wide receiver in the first round. And before you get to that, during free agency, you re-up Devontae Adams. I would imagine that Devontae Adams' future in Green Bay will hinge on what Aaron Rodgers decides to do. I don't know if he wants to come back to a situation where the best quarterback in the NFL is no longer under center. But if Aaron Rodgers is there, you bring back Devontae Adams, who at one point last season, it felt like his over-under targets was like 9.5, and you felt good taking the over every single time because he hit it every single time. You cannot guard him with one guy. 2 guys is sometimes not enough. And in addition to that, keep going. In the draft, you're going to pick in the bottom third there, the first round. Take a wide receiver. It'll be the first time since 2002 they've drafted a wide receiver in round 1. That was Javon Walker back in the day. Drake London out of USC, I absolutely love. He's a huge contested catch target. He played alongside Michael Pittman a few years ago at USC. I think he's going to end up being better than Michael Pittman. He can play in the slot. He can do all the things that Devontae Adams isn't doing, and it allows Devontae Adams more freedom down the field, which is a scary thought. Assuming, again, that Aaron Rodgers returns to Green Bay.
The Minnesota Vikings got a new head coaching staff, new GM Breach. I think they're probably going to stick with the same quarterback in Kirk Cousins. What move do they need to make this offseason, aside from putting Aaron Rodgers on a 365-day cleanse that prevents him from coming back for the Packers?
Yeah, or maybe put Kirk Cousins on one so they can sign a new quarterback. But quarterback situation is not what I think the Vikings need to focus on, because it does seem like Kirk Cousins kind of locked into 2022. But if you look at their new head coach, he came from the Rams, and he saw, hey, what worked with our defense there? We have a shutdown corner in Jalen Ramsey. And what does that do? That helps everyone on defense when you have a player like that. And that is something the Vikings have lacked. Their secondary struggled in 2021. They had one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. A lot of the members of their secondary are going to be free agents in this offseason. So what do? This is the one offseason where you can go out and try and hit a home run, because there are some great cover guys. You have J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, probably going to be a free agent unless he gets tagged. You have Stephon Gilmore, who is probably itching to get out of Carolina into a team that might make the playoffs in 2022. So if I am Minnesota, I am calling the agents for both of those guys, asking them what they want, handing them a blank check, just trying to get someone in there who I know can be a lockdown corner for my team. So I'm either going after Gilmore or Jackson.
I dig it. The Chicago Bears also reset things at the GM and coaching level, but they still have a young quarterback in Justin Fields. And I think they got to go out and get offensive line help for Fields. You know, you're going to be installing this new offensive system. It's already going to be tough enough for this young guy to learn a new system, to learn with a second coaching staff. Feel, eerily similar, unfortunately, sort of to what happened with Mitchell Trubisky when he was their quarterback. But they got to get him some offensive line help. I mean, he got killed back there for the Bears. They've drafted some guys recently, but there's just too much age, too much attrition there. See that? He's one of the top 5 most sacked guys in the league. Get him some line help this offseason, both the draft and free agency.
Good news, Brenton. They had the 7th overall. Oh, wait, they traded that to the Giants. They don't pick until pick 39. So if you're going to get help in the draft, you have to wait till pick 39. The good news is you were so terrible that you have a high second-round pick, too. And there will be guys there that you can draft to help that offensive line for sure. Daniel Faalele out of Minnesota is a game changer. He can come in right away. Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa could be available. There'll be plenty of options there. Justin Fields has to be protected. It was hard to watch at times, the beating he took. And, Breach will tell you, as a Joe Burrow fan, I will tell you as a Steelers homer, if you don't have an offensive line, it's really hard for your quarterback to have success. And I think perhaps saying that, Joe Burrow deserves the MVP, and Justin Fields needs help because it was a long season for Justin Fields as a rookie behind that O-line last year.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.